Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus. Homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Zhengkong. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa. And homage to Master Dubten Dorji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of Homa today, the Buddha Mother of 7 Kodis, Jundi Buddha Mother. Semu Tudan City, Tanjin Katsu Tudan Kama, all Dharma masters, Dharma lecturers, Dharma teachers, Dharma instructors, Dharma teaching assistants, temple directors, and all disciples present here and over the internet. Good afternoon. How do you do?
Hola amigo, te quiero mucho. Estoy viva, tengo allí, Jimmy, Yabi, Puri, Hongjiwa, Bao Hu, Bao Hu, Bao Hu.
Someone asked, when you chant Bao Fu, the eyes are closed. Why? Because then, inadvertently, that she would bestow upon you. I would like to announce now for next Sunday, May 10th at 3 p.m. There would be hiking Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva Homa, hiking Kuan Yin, very famous now. Jundi Buddha Mother is also very famous. Back then, at the Jade Emperor, the abbot Si Huiling, Venerable, my first sutra that was given to me, that was hiking Kuan Yin Sutra, and I chanted it, and it went very smoothly. And then there is the phrase I love most. It can eradicate the suffering of life and death and to eliminate all poisons and harms. That's what I favor most. Nobody forces you how many times you have to chant. Once in the morning, once at night, twice a day. That would be good enough. Twice a day. It's very fast to chant once. It's very easy to chant. I chanted in Taiwanese. And after a while, then I chanted always in Taiwanese. Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra, hiking Avalokitesvara Sutra, this sutra. There are 8 great bodhisattvas in it. And the Buddhas of the 3 times, the Buddhas in the 10 directions, and then also billions, trillions of Buddhas. Like the bodhisattvas of the clear cool treasure bodhisattvas, billions of them, so many. And today we perform Jundi Buddha Mother, and she is the Buddha Mother of 7 Kodis. So 70 billion Buddhas and Bodhisattvas came from Jundi Buddha Mother. And the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas mentioned in the Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra, all the countless Buddhas, that's innumerable, and many jewels Buddha, that's in front of Sakyamuni Buddha. Sakyamuni Buddha, Maitreya Buddha. Maitreya Buddha is after Sakyamuni Buddha. Akshobhya Buddha is the most famous one in the east, and Amitabha Buddha is the most famous in the west. Just these 5 Buddhas are incredible. And then before that, all the countless Buddhas, so all the Buddhas would be there. And then the billions of clear, cool treasure mountain bodhisattvas, billions, trillions, countless, they're all being called upon and chanted. I chanted Hiking Sutra very fluently. I can memorize from front to the back to the middle to the back, and from the back to the front, whatever. I can do it all. And then the mantra of karma eradication of the servant world honored Buddhas. So upon death, you can become a Buddha. How can you not chant it? So I hope that Hiking Kuan Yin Bodhisattva would display her majestic power, like this time for Jundi Buddha Mother. The economy was so bad. The primary supplicants were very few. That's the greatest, pure, most pure Vajra and supreme Vajra. And the supplicants were very few, so the economy is about to go bust.
Economy, no good. 经济不好啊。
Bad economy. I hope Hiking Avalokitesvara can recover the economy or the financial situation of every disciple. This deity is extremely magnificent and majestic. At home, at the South Mountain Retreat, I enshrine the Hiking Kuan Yin. And every time I would chant seated next to her. At the Bodhisattva peak, there's also a Hiking Kuan Yin statue there, also extremely magnificent and majestic. And the mudra is the Dharma turning wheel. And the mantra is the mantra of the 7 Buddhas to eradicate karma. The karma eradication mantra of the 7 Buddhas, extremely excellent. The 6th syllable is the. Of course, it's also an emanation of Avalokitesvara or Kuan Yin. So Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra was the first sutra I chanted in this lifetime. Very interesting that he gave me that. And I memorized it. And then Kuan Yin, Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva often appears to me. This is a major, great deity. So all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas' epithets are inside the Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra. Someone claimed that the sutra was not spoken by Sakyamuni Buddha. That is correct. It was not spoken by the Buddha. It was transmitted in the dream. And then after that person chanted it, and the knives broke by the inches, And the fire cannot burn you, the water cannot bury you, and the knives break into pieces. It has such great power. Just think about it. Just thinking about the knives break into pieces, and fire causes no harm, water causes no flood. Will not cause you drown. On the 921 great earthquake, Taiwan Lizang Temple was on Mount Tiger, Kusan, Tiger Mountain. And the whole ground of the mountain was collapsing and on an avalanche. And someone built a temple in the front. And then Taiwan Lizang Temple. So all the temples around Taiwan Lizang Temple, front, back, left, and right, they all toppled. 包括灵岩山寺 and Puli, Nantou, all the whole area, all the houses and buildings and temples, except Taiwan Lizang Temple was being a prop on the 4 pillars and standing tall on that Tiger Mountain. That was the only one that did not fall. That was September 21st, great earthquake in Nantou area in the central Taiwan. Lingyan Temple, Ningxin Temple, Wanfo Temple, the Temple of 10,000 Buddhas. And then in the front, Baoyue, the front, the back, they all fall. They all collapse. Only Taiwan Lizang Temple still stood tall. It did not fall at all. And underneath, the ground had moved, but the pillars stayed. That's due to how incredible Gawang hiking Guanyin Sutra is. And next Sunday would be the Homa for hiking Guanyin. Let me see if you register or not. Mahajundi Buddha Mother. So this is one of the 8 primary deities of True Buddha School. Primarily, it's because when I just started my Tantric Dharma studies, I practiced Jundi Buddha Mother. So the Tantrayana of China, of Mount Tiantai, and the Japanese Tantrayana highly revere Jundi Buddha Mother, the Buddha Mother of 7 Kodis Buddhas, and also an emanation of Avalokitesvara. So that's why the Kuan Yin on the Sima Road in Singapore is Jundi Buddha Mother. So Jundi Buddha Mother is accompanied by 8 great bodhisattvas. So Avalokitesvara, Maitreya, Akasagarbha, Vajapani, Manjushri, Masamanthabhadra, Viskhambin, and Siddhigarbha. So they are the 8 great bodhisattvas. So, if you can treat Jundi Buddha Mother as your yidam as well as protector, she has 18 arms. So she can be a protector as well, has tremendous power. And she is the most pure and also the most supreme Vajra.
清净金刚。
Pure Vajra, purest Vajra. Now we do Q&A. In America, English speaker Angela asks, may Grandmaster advise the explanation of the praise of Jajilamu from Book 307, Chapter 15, The Legend of Jajilamu. Mamu, goddess of illusion, Soji Bozi, honored demoness, Raksasi, mother of the realm of beings, all these are yours, all these names are yours. At noon, the laughing Vajra mother, at dawn, the mirror Dakini, at night, the fierce liberated mother, Soji Bozi, the wealth deity. Through past karma and vows, one pledge matures in this time. Earnestly and clearly we call to you. May you swiftly descend here. For example, does the first line mean that Jajilamu is manifested form of the Mamu goddess? Who is Mamu goddess? Who is Soji Bozi? And so she's asking about Jajilamu. So since the north is the abode of the tantric world deity, so when practicing a world deity sadhana and deciding the heart mantra, would it be better to face north? How about Golden Mother? When practicing Golden Mother's instant wealth, should we also face west or north? And Padma Kumara is Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land, so when practicing Padma Kumara, should we also face west? Generally speaking, the four directions, where should you face? The tantric world deities, the primary one would be Yellow Jambala, Vaisravana, the heavenly king of the north. So in Tantrayana, the primary one is Yellow Jambala. And the Jambalas live in the north. So it's just a general referral. So if you want to practice well, just face the north. If you want to be reborn in the Western Pure Land, then practicing Amitabha, Kuan Yin, Mahasamaprapta, then you, of course, it's best to face west, but you can face any directions and still being delivered. Because the Buddhas have tremendous power, so it doesn't matter what direction you face. But to practice wealth, because the wealth comes from the north, of course you respect the north, the same for Jajilamu. So you show respect toward the north. That's what it means. It's difficult to say about Jajilamu. Very hard to say. Jajilamu told me that she wouldn't be jealous. But as soon as he came,
原本我有4个，
I had 4 before,
那4个呢，一个是芙蓉，
and those 4 are Fu Rong,
一个是丁丁，
Din Din,
芙蓉，丁丁，然后一个是瑞光，
Wei
另外一
Kwang.
个就是那个忘掉那
I forgot.
力量最大的那个，力量最大的还记得吗？
Do you remember the one with the greatest power?
倩倩呐，
Oh, Qian Qian.
扎基拉姆一来，
As soon as Chachilamu appeared,
他的4个人，他们本来是住在冰箱的，
those 4 used to live in the
冰
fridge.
箱他们都会，
Every time I passed by the fridge, they would call on
一
me.
走过冰箱，他们不喊我，
Now they don't do that anymore.
走到哪里呀、
Wherever I go,
我只有走到我自己的床，
only when I go to my own bed,
他们才喊我。
they would call on me.
你们4个躲在哪里啊？
Where are you hiding, 4 of you? Under the bed.
躲在我的床底下了。
So they hide under my bed.
芙蓉、丁丁、
Fu Rong, Din Din, Qian Qian, Rui
4
Guang.
个，我
4.
都躲到我床底下了。
How come they now hide under my bed?
那扎基拉姆的那个像呢，是挂在我
And
的
Chachilamu image was hanging in the foyer
房
before my
就是
bedroom,
我进我房间的玄关，
on the way to my bedroom.
好看。
So I think those 4 are afraid of her.
他是啊，我告诉你，妈魔，
Mamo,
妈魔，
Mamo,
妈魔天。
Mamo goddess.
印度教有一个叫卡玛天，
In Hinduism, there's a Kamadeva.
后我们看到
When we went to the Asian Art Museum, the first one we saw was
卡玛
Kamadeva.
天是什么神？它是
What kind of deva
之神，
is that? It's the deva of desire
之神，
and love.
爱意。为什么他们恭敬爱意？
Why do they enshrine or respect
为什么他们
love and desire? And why was it placed first? Because it's very important.
人本身就是爱意所生，
Because humans are born from love and desire.
每一个人身上都充满了爱意。
So each one of us is filled with this desire for
爱
love.
就是不爱，
Whether you love or you don't love,
就是爱，还有欲望，
and desire.
物就是欲望。
Powerful is a desire. As soon as you shout
我
it,
中奖，
I hope I win the lottery.
那就是欲望了。
So that's desire, isn't it? Otherwise, what would it be?
你爱啊，男贪女爱，
You love,
男的也爱，女的也爱。
man also love,
是什么
woman also love. So humans are sensual desire.
那修行呢，要尽量少意识，
So spiritual cultivation should decrease our sensual desire
少意知足。
and be satisfied and content. That's spiritual cultivation. So in the Surangama Sutra, it will talk about this too.
等你可以提到这个。
In a bit, it will be mentioned.
所以啊，所谓6根、6尘、6识，都是充满了爱意的。
Therefore, the six consciousnesses are filled with this sensual desire, love and
叫
desire.
妈魔，
So Mamo, goddess, or
妈
Mamo,
魔天所。
Deva, Devi.
妈魔，你查那个
What is Mamo?
那个
If you
佛教
check
词典，
the Buddhist dictionary,
就会给你解释清楚。
it will explain it very clearly.
就叫
It
妈魔，
belongs to the ghost, the
属于鬼神一类的，
gods and
又是神又
ghosts.
是鬼的伴
So also God, also
神
ghosts,
人很多，在密教里面，
and avatar,
一半是神，
demigods, plenty in Tantayana. Have God, have animals, have gods, have human.
几个守方母，
In Tantrayana, there are 4 guardian women or mothers, some with the head of a snake, of a pig, of a and others. So have God, have human, have God, have animal. If you've seen the movie Avatar, one of my car was played with AVT. AVT.
VAI?
No. Avatar. AVT. That's half God, half human. Mamo is also and manifested her. Soji Bozi is her name. The name of Zajilamu in her past life. Soji Bozi. Goddess. So, Raksasa, mother with righteousness. So, Tibetans started from the holy monkey of Mount Putalaka. Monkey god. So, a monkey from Mount Putalaka followed Guan Yin to cultivate spiritually. And Guan Yin told him, go to Tibet and cultivate inside the cave there. And he went. And suddenly there is a Raksasi, a female Raksasa, because the geometry of the whole Tibet is Raksasi lying down, lying up actually. At that time there were no humans there, and the Raksasi appeared from the earth, like from the ground, and when found the monkey, the holy monkey inside the cave. And because the Raksasi was attached by the Kamadeva, imbued with all sensual desire, and wanted to consume it with the monkey king. And then he said, no, I am a spiritual cultivator, I cannot do that. And then he went to Guan Yin at Mount Putalaka, who told him, but you have affinity, so you can get married. And the monkey king said, oh, it turned out it's okay, because that's his master. You can marry her. So this divine monkey returned to Tibet, to the cave, and the Raksasi appeared again. And then they got married. And they gave birth to a child. And the divine monkey had a tail, but the child does not have a tail anymore. And the Raksasi did not look good, but the child is not bad. So they brought the child to the forest, and then all the female monkeys inside the forest married with the child and gave birth to the second generation, 400 of them. Wow, that's incredible. Very prolific. And the Tibetans know that their ancestors were the divine monkey and the Raksasi.
藏人是这样子的，他们的传说
That's the legend of the Tibetans.
你看那个
The origin
里面就写到
of the Tibetan people. It's mentioned in the King Songtsan Kampo's annal.
凶恶，
So, and Raksasi is very fierce and
很漂亮，
aggressive, vicious.
迷人的酒窝，那两个大眼睛，
So the very appealing, alluring dimples and two huge eyes, and you did not know that that's actually a Raksasi.
当然你会被吃掉了。
You would be eaten up alive.
这罗刹是很凶恶的啊。
So Raksasas and Raksasis are very ferocious and vicious.
萨基拉姆呢，他本身是有义气的，
So Jajilamu is righteous and also a demoness and also transformation of the Mamo goddess, all these names.
黎明严禁空行。
And the laughing Vajramother, at dawn the mirror Dakini, at night the fierce liberated mother, Swajibodzi, the wealth
有
deity.
财富的，
So she's very wealthy that can give sudden wealth to
所以
people.
你看那个西藏尼呢，
So that's
他
why
家才10公分，
that Tibetan
他
woman
才10公分，
who live about 10 minutes from Jajilamu's temple but
这样
never
大的一个
paid,
一个西
never
藏尼，
prayed to her.
他的兄
And her cousin, the Canadian
那
Tibetan,
个卢叔叔
told her
传这个扎基
that
拉姆，
Grandmaster Lu is transmitting Jajilamu Dharma practice. Why don't you go pray?
按照
And
我
she
的方
did,
法办
according to my
中
methods,
了第一特奖哎，
and won the first prize
现在买2栋
lottery.
房子哎，
And then now she got 2 houses.
还说要来西雅图哎，
And she said she was going to come to Seattle.
韩尼瓦最清楚，
Haniva knows best
他也是
because
讲英文的，那因为他的堂兄
the cousin speaks English.
是藏人。
He's Tibetan.
他跟他的表妹讲，
He speaks
家
English.
里
And he told the cousin, you live so close to Tajilamu, why don't you pray to her? And she
中
did.
奖了，
And then she won the
特
lottery,
奖，
the first grand prize.
买了2栋房子，
I heard that she got 2 houses in Chengdu.
一下子发了。
Wow, she got rich right away.
堂兄
And she told the cousin and also the mother,
去拜扎基
and the
拉姆，
mother did not pray before, and now she also prayed to
妈妈
Jajilamu.
也想中奖，
The mother also wanted to win the lottery.
妈妈没中奖，
The daughter did, but not the mother.
中奖，
And you won the lotteries, but not
那
Grandmaster.
个有
Not
人中
me.
奖哎，
Someone won the
已经
lottery.
有2个消息啊，
2 news.
2个消息
2.
是布鲁内，
One from Brunei.
布鲁内那边有一个人过来说，
Someone came
这
and
是
told
一个见面礼，布鲁
Grandmaster,
内那边
this is a meeting gift
得到了报复，
that someone in Brunei got
所以
great wealth.
中奖以后
So
他才供
this is just a small gesture first, and then when they come in the future, they would offer to Grandmaster, make offering
大
then.
概不是大报复吧，小报复。
And the second may not be the great wealth, huh?
他也请
But smaller wealth.
啊，送了这个纸巾给我，纸巾给我说
And also give some
厚礼，
small gift.
前礼先送，
The gesture first, asking someone to bring
报复
a little bit.
是纽约的
Got wealthy from New York.
出的消息。
So already 2 news.
基拉姆真的是会报复的，
So Jajilamu can really make you get rich fast.
世界。他虽然是罗刹女，
So the realm of desire, although she's a Raksasi, but she also has a sense of righteousness.
就是她是正的罗刹女。
So the upright Raksasi.
为什么那个整个西藏是一个仰卧的罗刹女？
Why the whole Tibet is like a Raksasi
她
lying?
的脚跟哪里是密轮？
The two knees,
哪里是眼？
the secret area, the navel, the legs, I mean the arms, the elbows, and the shoulders. And
再到西藏，
Princess Mengcheng knew about feng shui and geomancy and brought it to Tibet and taught King Songtsen Kampu.
是罗刹女的
That lake
哪个地方？
represented that part of the Raksasi and that part and that part. And the king should build temples at those places to subdue the Raksasi in order to have the Jokang temple built.
小昭寺嘛，那个尼尊。
So Princess Mengcheng built the Jokang temple,
盖大昭寺，
and
大昭寺的时候，
Princess Birkuti built the Ramoche
中
temple.
心是什么？文成公主按照地理讲出来。
So, and then according to the
看风水，你是懂的。
feng shui and geomancy, they built temples at specific places. It turned out that they understood feng shui too. So Soji Buzhi was one of the Tachilamu's name in her
面
reincarnations.
向北方比较好，你要往生佛国，面向西方比较好，比
So,
较好。
if you want to be reborn, it's better to face the west, but it's not required.
属于地神，地神土地公，
But the earth deity, like earth god,
讲过北方，
like the north, like didn't I say that the north will always
晋
win?
南北朝，
Look at the northern and southern
是
dynasties.
北方赢了，
The north won,
北魏赢了，
northern Wei,
梁武帝就完蛋了。
and the southern Liang dynasty lost and
魏晋南北朝
annihilated,
也是北朝赢了。
and so the northern dynasty won.
那你看看，那个现在中国，
And look at China now. They established their capital in Beijing, in North capital.
建都在
And
南
then the old KMT
南
party
定失败，
established their capital at Nanjing, the southern
一个
capital.
北一个南啊，
They're destined to lose. So Beijing, the northern capital, won.
你看嘛，
It's in the north.
北京打南京，当然是北。
So when Beijing battles with the Nanjing, of course, Beijing, the northern capital, won.
南朝就没有了。
So the northern Wei dynasty, also more famous, and the southern Liang dynasty disappeared.
所以我们在地理
So
上，
that's how in the history.
南方是奴，
So in geomancy,
南方是仆啊。
so the north is the master and the south is the slave.
所以有一般房子啊，坐北朝南，
So most houses,
但是
it's best if you sit at the north and face south.
什么方
However, it depends on your zodiac too, and then you face appropriately. So it's not very fixed.
要是金母马上有钱花，
That's how feng shui is. Golden Mother instant wealth practice. Golden Mother is really huge. It's very tremendous.
金门山呢，
Golden Mother is in the west, Mount Kunlun,
新疆昆仑山顶
in Xinjiang or Uyghur province.
是瑶池金母
At the peak of Mount Kunlun, that's Golden Mother's fairyland. Then you can face that direction. Padma Kumara is Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. That's also in the west. It's fine if you want to face the west, or you can face the north too. It's fine if you face the south or east. The Buddhas don't care. They accept all beings of any realms, 6 realms, any realms. Only that would be equality and straightforwardness. They don't care. That's the answer. So, as I mentioned about the northern way, who annihilate the southern Liang dynasty of Liang Wuti. Bodhidharma went to the south first, to the Emperor Liang, the Emperor Wu of Liang, but did not recognize how great Bodhidharma was. So he crossed the river to go to the northern way, which is at Mount Song, which is Shaolin Temple, went into retreat for 9 years facing the wall and established Zen Buddhism. Zen Buddhism was established by Bodhidharma, who was from India, who came to China, the Middle Kingdom, during the era of the Northern Wei and Southern Liang dynasties. When he met Emperor Wu of Liang, did not recognize him, didn't think anything of him at all. So that's why he went north to Mount Song behind Shaolin Temple, went into retreat for 9 years, and when he got out, it was incredible. Next, this piece, in my opinion, is a bit problematic. Some Buddhist predecessors said that this piece has some problem. It's not because of that I feel that way, but when I read it, talking about merits, how many merits? Sakyamuni Buddha said, Ananda, among this you should further determine the relative superiority and inferiority. So you need to determine the 6 roots, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind, and they have strength and weaknesses. Some complete, some incomplete. That's what's written in the sutra. And relative superiority and inferiority, some are better and some are lacking. For example, for the eyesight, what's behind is dark, what's ahead is bright. So we can see what's in front of us clearly. There's a camera and a microphone and everyone. I cannot see behind. What's behind this screen? I cannot see. So that's dark. So what we can see is bright. What we cannot see is called dark. That's in the sutra. The front is completely bright. The rear is completely dark. And you turn your head, you see to the left, to the right, you can see 180 degrees, and behind 180 degrees too, which you cannot see. You can only see the front part. That's the shortcoming of the eyes. So to the left and right, one can only see 2/3 of the surrounding area. So the eye faculty function is not complete. 3 parts merits and 1 part non-virtue. Know that the eye has only 800 merits. This is mentioned in the Lotus Sutra.
都是1200功德。
Each has 1,200 merits for all the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind. It did not talk about 800, all 1,200.
的功德，你只能看
I don't know what's going on here, why it says that the eyes
800功德，
has only 800 merits, can only see 180 degrees in the front.
可以听十方，
And the ear
声音你也听到，
hears in all directions,
八方讲的声音你
above, below, the 8 directions.
应该
So
有1200功德。
the ear faculty should have 1,200 merits. That's what he said.
眼睛只有800功德。
The eye, only 800, but the ear, 1,200. And the nose
闻去闻，
has the function of smelling.
像我刚刚上厕所，今天早上刚刚上
Like
厕所出，
this morning when I went to the bathroom, and Lu Yin came to my home and went into my bathroom, and she said, smell no good.
鼻子啊，小孩子鼻子很灵的，
So the smelling
别地方不跑，你跑厕所。
sense of a kid is very sharp. Why did you go to the bathroom and not anywhere else?
奇怪
It smelled
，no good。
strange, no good.
验于鼻根，三分结于，当知鼻为。
So for the nose faculty,
鼻子是嗅到的，有些你嗅不到。
for smelling,
就
some
是鼻子
some things you cannot smell.
虽然有出有
And the nose has going in and going out. So when it's going in, you can smell.
你只要把鼻子掩起来，
But if you close your
大家都
nostrils,
听不到。
you cannot smell anything.
所以有些远的你闻不到啊。
And you can smell from far away. You can smell things from up close.
所以他讲说，鼻子只有800功德。
That's why the nose only has 800 merits.
舌宣扬，
For the tongue,
舌头啊，可以谈到诸世间
it proclaims
世间的智慧。
and expresses all worldly and supramundane wisdom, all mundane and supramundane
是有一个范
wisdom.
围，
The
但是
sound
它的道理
of speech has a certain boundary, but the principles spoken are inexhaustible.
舌头的道理讲出来无穷尽。
The principles spoken by the
舌
tongue
根圆满
are inexhaustible.
舌头
So it has a complete 1,200 merits.
身体是有感觉的，是触觉，触
And the body
能觉，
has a contact sense.
你没有碰到，你就没感觉啊。
If you don't touch it, you don't feel it.
握手好，我那握小女生的手，
Say if we shake
2
hands,
岁3岁啊，
like the little girl, when I hold their hands,
坦白讲，没什么感觉。
let me tell you, I have no feeling at
握大
all.
女生的手，
But if I hold a hand of a bigger lady,
成都来的小姐的手，
like say the lady from
你
Chengdu,
有感觉。
if I hold her hand, definitely I would have some feeling.
哎，我握那个小女生的手啊，
But the hand of little girls walking, I don't feel anything. They're so tiny.
握漂亮女生的手就不一样了。
But if you hold the hand of the beautiful lady,
你喜欢她的那个女生的手，
or the lady that you like or you love, that would be really different.
真的是不同。
It would be really different.
那个感觉不一样嘛，对不对？
So the feelings are
因
different.
为有碰触
And because of touch and feels,
那一种，那个叫做触觉，触觉。
so that's called touch or contact.
离开了你就没有感觉了，
Separated, you don't feel anything.
这个接触了你就有感
When in contact, you have
觉。
some feelings, but not in separation.
愿意生根了，你离开就没有感觉。
So in separation, there is no feeling. When you touch their body, you have a feeling. So that's why some perverts would sense using some glasses and they can record and peep, and then they feel good about that. That's the feelings from the eyes and some feelings from touch. So that's the awareness of touch. So, but when you don't touch, you have no feeling. So that's why there's still some shortcoming. That's why the merits, it's only 800 merits for the body. And the mind faculty. Thoughts. Actually, many things rely on thoughts. Eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind. They all combine with the thoughts. That's why the merits for the mind is 1,200. Lastly, he talked about the mind. For the body, 800. I don't think this is reasonable. You know why? Because there's a statement. If you function together with the 6 roots, when the 6 roots are interacting with each other, if you're not pure, and if you're pure, there would be merits. If you're not pure, there are no merits. But if you are pure, there are merits. Sakyamuni Buddha has spoken this in the sutras. So the 6 roots in the Lotus Sutra, is that the same? It's mentioned there. Each has 1,200 merits. And the Avatamsaka Sutra mentioned once, and then in the Great Submastery Sutra, it's all 1,200 merits. They never mentioned 800 merits. I don't know who changed it. Who added that the eye is only 800, the nose 800 only, the touch only 800. But actually, they're all the same, 1,200. 1,200 merits spoken by the Buddha. But the Surangama Sutra says 800. I don't know who did that. What is merit? The mutual function of the 6 roots and to purify, that's merits. But the 6 roots in function without purity, and you immerse in the dust, then that's no merits, and it actually creates hindrances and obstructions in your spiritual cultivation. When your eyes see things you should not, then you're not cultivating spiritually. And your ears hear what you should not hear, that's not spiritual cultivation. And the tongue speaks something that you should not, that's also not spiritual cultivation. That's immersing in the dust, in the mundanity, and the body touches things that you should not touch. That's not spiritual cultivation. And the mind just give ways to running thoughts that would become the obstructions of your afflictions, no use at all, no merits at all. So the mutual function of the 6 roots to purify, then that would generate merits. So that's what I'm telling you. What is merit? When the 6 roots, eyes, ears, nose, body and tongue, mutually functioning to purify, then it would generate merits. But if it's not But if it become contaminated with dust and not pure, then there's no merits. So what's about this 1200, 800, etc.? If you want to classify, maybe 500, but actually you shouldn't define it like that. So when you read the sutras, you should understand what is merit, what is non-merit. Anything that benefits sentient beings is meritorious. But if you do not benefit sentient beings, there is no merit. That's making use of the 6 roots. But when you make use of your 6 roots and you contaminate yourself, then there is no merit whatsoever. But when you use your 6 roots and gain purity, then there is merit. Now do you understand? You don't need to worry about how many merits. Or someone asks, whether you chant a long mantra in one breath, say 100 syllable mantra in one breath, compared to breathing several times by chanting it, which one has greater merit? Come on, don't ask such questions. It's the same merit. Why is it related to breathing? Whether you pause or not, and sometimes you breathe many times and sometimes you don't. The same with chanting the Buddha's name. With one breath, you chant with one breath. Then there is merit. And then if you go Namo Ammitofo and then breathe in, Ammitofo, breathe in, there's no merit? No, come on, it's the same. So you're saying that chanting long mantra has merit and short mantra doesn't have merit? No, the same, long and short.
Namo Ammitofo, Namo Ammitofo, Namo Ammitofo, Namo Ammitofo, Namo Ammitofo, Namo Ammitofo.
Sometimes you chant the slow version, some the quick one. So long and short. Which one has greater merit? The same. Come on, the same. As long as you can quiet down your heart and mind. That has merit. And if your mind is haphazard and chaotic and then running all over the place, there's no merit. If your heart mind can be pure, there is merit. That's the only difference. And don't worry whether they're 800 or 1200 or 300 or what. Don't care about those, so that's about merit in this piece. The man said, oh no, the car is broken down. And the woman said, let's stay overnight somewhere then. And then the man said, what use is that? But in the past, didn't you do that? And then the car would just got better by itself. Well, that's before marriage, but now it's really broken.
结婚以前都是假装车子坏了。
So before marriage, you pretended that it was the car that's broken.
在公园看到一个小
One night at the
在公园
park,
在跳舞，
I saw a young man was dancing the Michael Jackson's what's that, moonwalk.
我抱着崇拜的眼神
And I was, with admirable eyes, asked this young guy,
你是白目，
"Can you teach me?
我是踩到狗屎。
Are you an idiot? Didn't you see that I step on dog's poo? Why don't you try that?"
踩到狗屎以后，在上面滑。刚刚遇到以前的同事，
I just met the old colleague and asking me, "How are you? Where do you work now?" I said, "Oh,
刚
nothing.
面谈一份工作，
I just got interviewed for a job and my boss wanted me to manage hundreds of people underneath." Wow, that's very admirable. Your manager, hundreds of people? No. I was the sweeper in the cemetery. I interviewed for the sweeper in the cemetery.
有一次，小明
One time,
回到家，
Xiaoming got off school
妈妈，
and
我
got
是
home
班
and
里面
told mom,
力气最大的，
"Mom, I'm the strongest in class.
是
So in the future, I would
你
become
怎
the
么有把握呢？自信，老
like
师，
someone with great power."
我们班主
How
任
come you're so confident
我
about
一个
that?
人拖垮了全班的后腿。
Because the teacher said that I, one person, just dragged down the whole class.
他一个人拖垮这。
Because he was dragging down the whole class. He had great strength.
刚刚接到一通自称警察的诈骗电话，
I just got a scammer phone call.
诈骗集团讲，你有可能涉及诈骗案件，这里需要确认一下。不好意思哦，请问你的账户余额大概多少钱？我回答，大概400或者500吧。诈骗集团就讲了，是400万吧，还是500万？我回答，只是400块跟500块。结果对方就把电话挂了。我马上背面后。